Guys, welcome back to another reaction video. So you guys going to be reacting on the real difference between Europeans and Americans values. Okay, so let's check this out.
Here's what Europeans don't get about Americans. Americans are all about the individual. It's about the American dream. It's about your potential to succeed in life. Europeans, on the other hand, are much more about the tribe. We, as Europeans,
about the tribe,
are tribal. And that's why we get a little bit upset when especially the Americans talk about Europeans and Europe as if it's like one nation. Those Europeans, they're all the same. No, we're not. Now, I'm Norwegian, and I see a lot of conflict now, a lot of online conflict, a lot of conflict among politicians, of course, between Europe and the USA. And I think a lot of that comes from a place of not understanding the other ones, the Americans or the Europeans.
Yeah, misunderstanding, I think so.
I think that we as Europeans, we should be better at understanding where the modern American culture, nation comes from.
Yeah, understanding where the culture
comes from. Europe.
Come from.
They were the ones who left.
Oh, they actually left.
The life. They wanted freedom.
They wanted freedom.
Had the courage, or maybe in many cases it was an act of.
Oh, okay. What he's trying to say that the Americans wanted to succeed in life. That is one of their main goals. Like it's all about to succeed in life. While the Europeans are all about the tribes and the culture, right? So according to him, like the Americans left. They left Europe because they want to succeed in life. They want to make it. Like they want to make it. Like they want to succeed.
Inspiration. They left the system because they were poor. They were
because
they had prospects of a better future. They were born into poverty, and they knew that they would die.
They were poor.
They stayed. And those people built.
Oh, okay. You guys, I got the point. Like he said the Americans left because they were poor, they were born into poverty, and because they want freedom, they want to make it. So they knew that leaving that particular vicinity will actually give them their freedom, and they went to make it. So staying back into that particular place will make them like they knew they were going to die into poverty if they had stayed back. Really?
The modern North American nations.
The beautiful modern.
Now, of course, there were people there before that, and significant, important, and wonderful cultures. Of course, but the USA and Canada today. That's what I'm talking about. That's mainly built on or built by immigrants from Europe. They fled from their position under the heel of tyranny.
Are you serious? He's trying to say that USA and Canada are built from immigrants from Europe. Really, like this is so deep, this is so he actually breaks down everything, and I don't know, but I've not made research about this particular topic, but I'm beginning to just understand and learn a lot. Okay,
now a lot of people who are watching my channel from the USA or Canada, and I think I draw upon several years of reading comments and communicating with you guys. And I think it's very sad that we have come to this place now where there is this division between the European nations and especially the USA, of course. It shouldn't have to be that way. And I think that if we
there's divisions. It shouldn't be that way.
Come from and what made us the way we are, there will be less conflict. I think that I have a lot to learn from North America. I have a lot to learn from. Sorry, I got distracted. Why is there a road sign here in the, in the middle of the forest? I'll show you. Someone has carried a road sign in here.
He's actually in the middle of the forest, you guys.
What's this about? Oh, this again, I hate that.
What's that?
But I must admit, this was a little bit funny. Okay. Yeah, well, actually, what you see behind me here is a place where the kindergarten, they come here, and they were probably not the ones who brought the road sign here, but the kindergarten come here once a week, I think, and, you know, the kids run around and they play among these trees, which is a typical Scandinavian thing. We're all about nature, going for walking in the forest, hiking, and so on. You know, which kind of, again, you know, talking about the tribalism. That's our identity here, and you will find that it's very different from the tribal identity.
I understand where he's actually going. Apparently, he's at the middle of the forest, and he's trying to say like a whole lot. The reason why there's fight all over the place is because the Europeans and the North Americans cease to forgot where they are actually coming from, and tribalism and all that. And if this whole thing calm down, it will be less conflict. Stop the tribalism, stop the conflict, stop all of that. It will be less conflict, and knowing the place that you are actually coming from.
That you will find in I don't know, for instance, Spain or Belarus or whatever, you know. So yeah, we are tribal, and I think that's something that especially the Americans need to understand, because I get the impression
Very
that
tribal.
Americans, not only how I noticed that when there are Americans making a YouTube video about Europe, they often put the EU symbol there, European Union, as if the European Union and Europe is the same thing. It's not. Norway is not part of the EU, and several other European countries are also not part of the EU. And we are very different here from each other, and we are very tribal. Now, I'm a Norse, Viking, and that's my identity. Within a country like Spain, for instance, you will find several different tribal identities. And you will see that tribal mentality when you have big sports events, football matches. The Americans say soccer. And the tribes go crazy. They go crazy, and they often become violent too. So Europeans are tribal, and that goes back to our ancestors. It goes back hundreds of years.
Europeans are tribal, like seriously.
And I would say that makes us a little bit different from Americans, because they left the tribes And yes, they built new tribes, they gathered like with fellow tribesmen, so to speak, but it all became sort of a melting pot, and that's the term you often would use about especially the USA. It's a melting pot of cultures. So all of that became the USA and Canada, I guess. And the tribal identity might still be there, but it was sort of came a little bit in the shadow of individualism and the idea that our ancestors came here to build a better future. That's what we need to do as well. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. Let's have a little bit less conflict and a little bit more understanding of each other. This coming from a European tribesman. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
You guys, this is so educating. This is so educating now, and I know the difference between the American Europe and UAE, and some of the Americans that are not under UAE. Okay, normally I used to see them as all of them are under UAE, because sometimes I see the flag running around on their videos. Okay, and I just feel like they should just stop about the comparison, the tribalism, and knowing where you actually come from, so the conflicts can actually reduce, you guys. Anyway, this is an educative video. I learned a lot. Okay, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in my next one.